So in terms of the next thing, it's the fact that you have to practice, and practice is something that is seen differently from different people. But practice is something that makes progress rather than perfect, because a lot of students believe that I'm practicing, my friend is practicing, my friend gets grade 9, I'm getting a grade 5. Why is that the case? Well, at the end of the day, it's making progress rather than making perfect, because progress is dependent on where you start to where you are at the end of the day. So that friend that got grade 9 is someone that probably was already a grade 7 or a grade 8 student, so he was able to jump that next step and get a grade 9, whereas you could be a grade 4 student, you made that jump to get a grade 5, and everyone is different at the end of the day. So it's how much you practice makes you progress, and it may take you longer than others to be perfect, but it makes progress, and that's the most important thing. And learning how to do a question, for example, when you're looking in terms of getting a grade 9 in GCSE maths and having that mentality as we've been discussing, then practicing for it is very useful for maths. And you practicing the same question over and over again, doing that same question in different scenarios, is going to only be helpful towards you, because you'll be able to answer the question, the random question that no one has seen so far in the exam paper. So it is something that you have to be prepared for, and practicing questions in different scenarios is something that will help you, and practicing in different situations is important as well, because you never know what can happen on the day of the exam. Sometimes you might be proper ill, but you still have to take the exams. Sometimes you might have a situation that happened in the morning that you still have to take the exams. So be careful about what you do, and it's important to focus your attention on different varieties and practice yourself so that you're prepared for all the situations. I've had my teacher once, he taught me in GCSE maths that he was practicing in different scenarios. He was practicing in a busy environment, he was practicing in a different situation, and a calm situation, a noisy situation. So there are things where he's focused. He's focused on whilst he was doing exercising. There are a lot of things that you have to take into consideration, and practice is important, because, for instance, how did you walk? You don't all of a sudden start to walk. You have to follow the steps, because in terms of walking, you first have to crawl, you first then have to learn how to stand, then crawl, then walk. So there's a process. But if you stop walking for a period of time, you'll forget how to walk. And you can see there's a lot of situations where people just cannot be able to walk, and they have to sleep for a larger period of time, and then when they get up and learn how to walk again, they forget. So it's important to continue practicing. If you practice for a little while and then you forget to practice, then you'll forget that particular topic, and that's something that is common. And practice applies everywhere, and it is very important for getting a grade 9 in GCSE maths and for the rest of your GCSEs as well. So it's something that applies everywhere, just like the walking scenario I just talked about, and it is something where you have to continue to progress, continue to practice, and get higher and higher, and get to the level you want to achieve.